Okay. This is going to be tips for self-love and self-confidence. I can't look directly in the camera, like I need to look at myself for some reason. But anyways, hopefully the message still gets across even if it doesn't look like I'm looking at you, which I am. But we're going to talk about some of the things that I do to help my self-love and self-confidence. So the first thing is doing things on your own and not relying or waiting on other people. I know sometimes this can be hard and frustrating, like making plans to go out and people cancel or they're busy, so why not just do it on your own? Another thing with that too is like, why not just get ready for the sake of it? You know, do your makeup, put on a nice outfit, and just feel good. Like, why does there have to be an occasion or destination that you're going to? Like, do what makes you feel good and do those things alone. Like, let's say you want to go see a movie, go by yourself, you know? Go take yourself out to dinner, go for a walk, read a book, watch a movie, and get to know yourself and build that relationship with yourself. Because at the end of the day, you only have you, and you can't wait or rely on people. And sometimes it's hard to trust people too. Like, let's say you have a really good friend and you're telling them XYZ, they could be also telling other people your business. So it's important to start relying on yourself, and that even comes in terms with working situations out by yourself, ranting to yourself. Why not? You know, put on your phone camera, make a little video about what is bothering you, talk to yourself in the camera, you know, validate your own feelings. That kind of goes into number 2, but anyways, validate your own feelings. You know, write it out on paper and just raw journaling. Don't really care about what you're writing because who's gonna see it? No one's gonna see it, right? Write about what's bothering you and rant to yourself because you only have yourself. And of course, there are trustworthy people you can rely on, but even so, like, you don't have to air out your business to them all the time or tell them what you're doing 24/7. Even if this is your man or your gal, whoever, you don't need to talk to them 24/7 and update them about every which thing you're doing. Like, some things you can keep to yourself, and not like in a rude way or anything, but just sometimes it feels nice to have your own thing going for you. So I would say do things by yourself and learn to validate your own self, because with that too, people are not always going to validate your feelings, and it's really hard to witness sometimes. Like, sometimes even the closest people to you are not going to validate your feelings. They're not going to understand why you're upset. They're not going to admit to their wrong. Like, they're not going to always be the most mature in every situation, but that's okay. Once you learn to validate your own feelings, you don't need to reach out and need to have that reassurance and validation from them anymore, because who cares? And you can still get on with these people. You can still be what's the word, like, you can still have them as your friends or your close acquaintances or whatever, but it doesn't mean you have to have that same closeness to them that you did before. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to air out your business all the time. You don't have to check on them 24/7, update them about your life all the time. Yeah, basically that. And I feel like things will start becoming more peaceful for you because you're learning to validate yourself. And once you learn to validate yourself, you can start even making better decisions for yourself, or decisions on your own. Like, let's say you're the type of person to always go to somebody for advice. You're going to start learning to reflect and trust your gut and your intuition and use that instead of other people's advice, if that makes sense. Another thing with self-love and confidence, which will be the third kind of point that I don't want to break another nail, a third kind of point that I will touch on, is, you know, you're always going, for me personally, sometimes I'm concerned about like putting myself out there, because I feel like, oh, like what if this person's gonna make fun of me, or like let's say I'm trying to like film content on the street and like some girl is laughing or whatever. Like I would have taken kind of offense to that, but then at the end of the day, who cares? Like, who is she? And if somebody is like verbally making fun of you, or like to your face directly, like it's not even in your head, like they're actually making fun of you and trying to do it to your face, or trying to like put you down or put you in your place, or I don't even know, you know, who cares? Let them do them. That is a reflection of who they are, and that has nothing to do with you. Like, even if they are making fun of you, they're gonna go home and forget about it and go about their day. Maybe their life is actually rough right now, and that's what gives them satisfaction, and that's okay. Like, that's them and you're you. People can be mean, like they'll say things online, they'll bully you, they'll make fun of you, they'll give you dirty looks, but you know, sometimes you just have to smile, or sometimes you just have to look away and just not care and go about your day. Because I mean, this is not easy, it's kind of a learning process, but you're going to you know, you're going to find your way. I feel like you need to keep reminding yourself and reiterating this stuff to yourself. Like, it obviously takes practice, and I think like a big thing is reflection when it comes to these things, and like actually growing and building yourself up. Because like, reflect on why somebody else's opinion is valuable to you, you know? And once you start really digging deep down and finding the answer, you'll realize their validation is not. It's only important what you think about yourself and how you feel about yourself at the end of the day. And yeah, and it's not like an easy process, like I said, but I think things that help are really like reaffirming these things to yourself, reflecting, just digging down deep inside, and of course like validating yourself, learning to spend time alone and learning to validate your own feelings, because you know, you have to be there for yourself and nobody is. And yeah, I hope you liked my video, and I hope this kind of helped somebody. But yeah, thanks guys.